The Three Secrets of Fatima and the Future of Mankind by Ellie Hanczak. Here's Jacinta, Francisco, and Lucia. These are the seers of Fatima. God gave the three little children, Francisco, Jacinta, and Lucia, 3 secrets to give mankind at Fatima. God will give mankind 3 signs before the great, horrible chastisement, an enlightenment, miracle, and 2 visible signs. Three children, 3 secrets, and 3 final signs to humanity. The enlightenment, miracle, and 2 visible signs. Then the conditional great chastisement. It depends on if we listen. The sun falling at Fatima is part of the great chastisement to mankind. The October 13th miracle was also a warning of what will happen if we don't listen. The first secret of Fatima deals with hell. Hell exists. Many souls go there. The Fatima visionaries saw hell. Our Lady showed them hell under the earth. The children say, Our Lady showed us a great sea of fire which seemed to be under the earth. Plunged in this fire were demons and souls in human form like transparent burning embers. Look and see the souls that go to hell, Our Lady said. Many souls go to hell because of sins of the flesh. Many offend God through fashion. The vision of hell brought great fear into the little children, Francisco, Lucia, and Jacinta. Here is prayerful Francisco. The second secret of Fatima deals with God's plans through Mary to save the world through devotion to her Immaculate Heart. I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart and the communion of reparation on the first Saturdays. Russia will spread her errors, my requests go unheeded, Our Lady tells us. Have you fulfilled Our Lady's request for the first Saturdays? The next part deals with 2 conditional chastisements to come, the triumph of communism and the great chastisement, according to Garabandal. Our Lady says, the good will be martyred, the Holy Father will have much to suffer, various nations will be annihilated, but in the end her Immaculate Heart will triumph. Here's the third secret of Fatima. It can only be understood with the Garabandal prophecies. That is why the third secret had to come out in 1960, because the Garabandal prophecies came out in the 1960s as well. Here is the third secret of Fatima. We saw an angel with a flaming sword in his left hand. Flashing, it gave out flames that looked as though they would set the whole world on fire. But they died out in contact with the splendor that Our Lady radiated towards him from her right hand. The angel with the sword reveals the justice of God. These are conditional punishments, triumph of communism, and the great chastisement. Russia is heaven's instrument if we fail to listen, according to Sister Lucia Fatima. The great chastisement, conditional punishment, will come if we fail to heed the enlightenment, which comes after the triumph of communism, a conditional punishment as well, according to the visionaries of Garabandal. The first part of the third secret, Our Lady warded off the angel's sword with her right hand. In the vision Lucia had in 1929, Our Lady holds a rosary in the right hand. It stops the sword of justice that the angel hurls. Our Lady could stop the angel's sword through consecration of Russia in 1984, which occurred with Pope John Paul II, and heeding the first Saturdays. If my requests are not met, Russia will multiply her errors. Here's the next part of the third secret of Fatima. Pointing to the earth with his right hand, the angel cried out in a loud voice, Penance, penance, penance. The angel points to the earth with his right hand. The right hand is the place where the Antichrist chip will be placed, according to Revelation chapter 13. The angel says, penance, 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 to oppose the right hand of the Antichrist. Those who oppose the right hand of the Antichrist will not be able to buy or sell or eat. Also in Lucia's 1929 vision, Mary is found holding a rosary in her right hand, another form of penance, and another way to oppose the Antichrist's chip on the right hand. Here's Lucia's 1929 vision, 4 months before the big stock market crash. This is the next part of the third secret of Fatima. We saw an immense light that is God, something similar to how people appear in a mirror when they pass in front of it. This line refers to mankind's coming enlightenment. Mankind will receive light and a correction from the mirror of truth, which is God. We must heed this enlightenment or get the great chastisement. There will be 3 last signs to humanity before the great chastisement, a conditional punishment. They are the enlightenment, miracle, and 2 visible signs, according to Garabandel. A conditional punishment precedes the enlightenment, a triumph of communism. A conditional punishment follows the enlightenment, the great chastisement. The last part of the third secret of Fatima shows us what will happen if we refuse her request for the first charity devotion, refuse penance, and refuse to listen to the enlightenment. A bishop dressed in white. We had the impression it was the Holy Father. This might be because the vestments were taken from the Pope. Other bishops, priests, men, and women, religious, going up a steep mountain, at the top of which there was a big cross of rough-hewn trunks as of a cork tree with the bark. He prayed for the souls of the corpses he met on his way. Having reached the top of the mountain, on his knees at the foot of the big cross, he was killed by a group of soldiers who fired bullets and arrows at him. And in the same way there died, one after another, the other bishops, priests, men and women, religious, and various lay people of different ranks and positions. Beneath the 2 arms of the cross there were 2 angels, each with a crystal aspersorium in his hand, in which they gather up the blood of the martyrs. And with it sprinkled the souls that were making their way to God. This finishes the third secret of Fatima. It shows that the Church and its members will suffer greatly with martyrdom. Our Lady warned us that this would happen if the requests for the first charities were not met. The angel with the sword in the left hand, hurling it at the earth, is for the 2 conditional punishments, the triumph of communism through Russia and the great chastisement. The angel warns us not to take the right hand of the Antichrist, or we would be punished not only here on earth with the great chastisement, but with eternal hell. That is why he points to the earth with the right hand. The angel uses the right hand to get the people on earth's attention, oppose the right hand of the Antichrist by doing penance, penance, penance. Do not take the chip on the right hand, even if that must mean you must starve to death or be killed. Our Lady of La Salette told, Eli and Enoch will come, and they will be killed. Our Lady of Salette warned that there will be many wars fought, until the last one fought by the 10 kingdoms of the Antichrist. Remember, Fatima is an Islamic word which refers to the daughter of Muhammad, the 12th Imam. Ironically, the Islamic prophet comes through Fatima. God bless.